You are beautiful inside and out. Draw close to yourself. Pick your own lane. And don't worry about what nobody else is trying to do. This life is yours and you got to claim it. Let's get into it. Know what it is about today, but I'm feeling a little off. But that doesn't negate the fact that we have to have this conversation because, friend, you need it. You clicked on this video because you are trying to find your way, and I want to give credit to you because you deserve it. It's time for you to realign, for you to identify yourself, to try to figure out who you are right now in life. And that's the big girl things. You decided to put your big girl panties on and let the bullshit go. And that, my friend, that's a big deal. So I'm going to give you exactly what you came here for. So let's talk about it. You now want to live your life as that girl. It's time to start showing up as her, not just putting on the clothes and making yourself look presentable, but the real work behind the scenes, the actual planning. And that's exactly what I want to share with you today. So before I get too far up in it, I'm Stephanie, creator of Honeybee Real across all social media platforms. I speak to women who remind me of me, who didn't get the type of mentorship that you wanted so badly that could have helped drive you a little bit further in life, to share with you the experiences that I'm going through on my journey to become the better version of myself. And I want to share with you what's working and what's not working. And so with that said, let's hop into this video on how you can start showing up as that girl to start seeing it reflect in your life today. Now, it could be that somewhere along the lines, you started to battle with yourself. Maybe you're in a situation where you're trying to figure your life out because something has happened, or you got some sort of a wake-up call like I did. For those of y'all who don't know, I kind of went through a little bit of something where I had to wake up and say, look, you're not living life for yourself. The life that you're living is for everybody else, and you need to navigate against that. So where I'm operating now is called the messy middle, where I'm actually figuring out what's working for me. I'm doing a lot of tests to see what is actually going to drive me closer to become the woman that I see myself being. Now, maybe you've had some sort of an epiphany or some sort of a vision where you were able to see your future self and you're trying to figure out how to get there. Or maybe you just saw a picture of yourself there, nothing else, and you're trying to figure out where that person is. And that one's a little bit tougher. Some people has a vision of what they're actually doing. Me, I saw my feet. I saw my feet, and that was it. And I have to figure out exactly what that woman was doing, how she began to navigate her life to become the woman that she actually is. And I'm doing the work. So if you're trying to start showing up as that girl, or you're just trying to become a better version of you, the first thing that I want you to do is to remove all the noise from around you and actually draw close to yourself and figure out who you are at the core of it all. The reason this step is most important early in life is going to save you a lot of soul searching later in life. If you can find out now who you are, then you can align the things that you want to do. You can start navigating in that space. The one leg up some people have over you now is they know who they are. They can identify their standards, their morals, their principles. They can identify their values. Without those things in line, you're just swimming in a pool with a bunch of sharks ready to get ate up because you, my friend, haven't done the work that needs to be done. For those of y'all who don't know, I do offer a personal self-assessment test. It's free. It's in, where is it? It's sitting on my bio. So go and click the link after the video so that you can figure out your own identity first and foremost. It's actually going to help you align who you are as a person to the dream that you're trying to achieve. If you can identify your baseline from the jump, why you do the type of things you do, is this your real identity, or are you just in this space because you don't fully understand yourself just yet? Then that can help you navigate in the direction in which you need to go. Once you can identify yourself, nobody can tell you nothing about who you are as a person. And then that way, you're able to pick the lane that works for you. See, the one thing that girl have that you don't have is they've already done the work of identifying themselves. And so now the lane that they're driving in is a lane that has been created specifically for them and nobody but them. Take Beyonce, for example. Beyonce understood early on that she had a voice. Beyonce's mom started her off singing when she was a little girl. Lucky Beyonce, right? Throughout the years, Beyonce tried to navigate a little bit into acting, but she stayed true to her core, her lane, and she navigates that lane like nobody else. She figured out who she was early in life, and she has mastered that space. Nobody can take what Beyonce has away from Beyonce. Same thing with Gabrielle Union. Same thing with Megan Good. Same thing with Rihanna. They have identified themselves. They know who they are. They know their lane. They mastered it. And that's what they deliver over and over and over and over again. And that's what you need to do. You need to identify yourself and pick your lane. Nobody else's lane. Your lane, so that you can do that thing, master it, and you can show it to the world over and over and over again. The second thing I want you to do, friend, is stay in your head throughout the day. Because when you're in your head, you're actually thinking about the things that you're going to say. You're thinking about the things that you're going to do, and everything you do is done with intention. Now, say for instance, if someone asks you to go out. Now, this is the middle of the day. And someone came up to you and said, hey, you want to go with us to the club later? But you know in your heart of hearts that you need to get home to work on the presentation that you got tomorrow. But you auto reply, sure, because that's the fun thing to do. You didn't think in that moment, because had you thought about what it is that you actually need to be doing to drive you towards what you're working on, then you would have said, you know what? Thank you for the invitation, but today just isn't the day. I really need to get home and work on my presentation so that I can be my best self. Women who are operating in the space of being that girl are not just spending their time all willy-nilly. Women are actually preparing themselves, taking the necessary steps to make sure that every single thing that they do aligns with the one thing that they're chasing, and that's their dream. If your daily actions are not driving you closer to the thing that you're trying to achieve, you, my friend, are not operating in a space of intentionality. Most girls are being intentional about their time, and they need to make sure that every time spent is a time that helps drive them in the direction that they're trying to go. So stay in your head, be in your thoughts all day. Make sure that every response that you make is tailored to your intentions of becoming the person that you're trying to be. And that can help drive you closer to your dream and keep you from straggling along in the wrong direction. Once you become intentional with your time, that means that you're actually showing up as that girl, that you're making sure each and every second of the day is actually going towards the one thing that you're actually trying to achieve. Another thing girls are doing is going to shock you. They're not out here trying to be desirable. They're out here to be valuable. Take Oprah, for example. Oprah didn't just show up to be desirable, putting on fancy clothes to make herself look good, although she looks great every day. Don't get me wrong. But Oprah had something. Oprah was able to have open, honest conversations with people, the sort of candid conversations that friends have with one another. She was able to listen, understand, and relay back information that gave value. So because people valued her opinion, most people sought out the Oprah to speak to them about situations that they were going through in life. You have to figure out, what is it about you that is valuable? What can you give to other people that they're going to say, okay, I need to call up my friend because can't nobody tell me like she can tell me, or can't nobody do this like she can do it. That one thing you need to have, because if there's nothing valuable about you, what is it that you can offer to the rest of the world? Figure that out. Your one thing, this unique thing about you, that quirk, that is where your value comes from. I need you to hone in on that and start sharing it with the world. Stop trying to do this aesthetic things that all the it girls trying to do, that's showing up and showing you this old fancy world. What they're not showing you is that they're living the life of Pretty Woman. If you haven't seen that movie, go watch it. And that is not the type of woman that you want to be. You want to be a woman of value. Someone's going to approach you in a sense where they know it has to be with respect, because you know who you are, and the thing that you're offering is going to help make their life a lot better. Don't be out here trying to be desired, because anybody could desire you without good intentions. But if you bring value to the table, that's where people are going to start respecting you, and that's when people are going to start paying you the big bucks. Find your value. The fourth thing it girls do, and this one, my friend, I was guilty of too. They do not compare their lives to anybody else's because they understand that what they have to offer or where they are in life is totally different from anybody else's. You may have landed on this earth in X and they could have landed here on A, and y'all are operating from two totally different spaces. That is okay. That's what makes us all unique. If we were all operating from the same space, we would be robots. And it will be so freaking gray and white and boring out here. But that's not what it's meant to be. Stop comparing your journey to someone else's. I was guilty of this the other day and I created a reel. I started to go around on social media and I was just browsing other people's content. And in the moment that I was browsing, I started to hear myself compare myself to other people's journey, and I had to stop. Because where I am in life is I have started on a new chapter where I had to re-identify myself, the same things I'm telling you to do. I had to pick a lane that was for me, the same thing I'm telling you to do. I had to stop comparing my life to other people and find my own value, because where I am in life is specific to who I am. This is my journey. I'm meant to reflect my journey, same as you. Don't show up looking at everybody else's life as where they are and try to say that you're late. You are not late. Your lane is yours. Take your time. If you block out the people that's around you and only focus on you and you only, you won't be able to compare yourself to anybody but you. The only person that you should be trying to strive to be better than is the person that you were yesterday. That's it. Nobody is in the exact same place as you. Think about it this way. If you start showing up trying to compare your life to someone else's, then you're going to lose your authenticity. Being yourself is the one reason that people are going to actually come looking for you. You don't have what someone else has because you're not meant to have it. You were created specifically with a whole totally different DNA. The DNA that God or whoever your higher power is determined that you should have. Hone in on what makes you unique. Stop comparing your life to other people. People compare apples to oranges all the time when they are a pineapple. Don't do that to yourself. You're not meant to be where someone else is in their life and on their journey because you didn't start at the same location as them. So realize that the life that you're living is your life and your life only, and it shouldn't be compared to anybody's but yours. Moving right along. Now this one is a big one, and I know you might be guilty of this. That's okay. I was at some point too. You cannot be that girl if you don't have a plan. Now, I understand that you said you have a dream. So did I. At least I thought I did at some point in my life. But I had a dream without a plan. And the Bible says, write it down, make it plain, and it should come to you. Write it down. You can't be that girl if you don't have a plan that's actually taking you somewhere. In order to be going somewhere, you have to have a roadmap. To get from St. Louis to New Jersey, you're going to open up a map, right? To get from Alaska to Nebraska, you're going to open up a map and get there. You need a map. You need a road map. I'm going to show you exactly how I created my road map to get me where I'm going. And then you can use this and implement it in your life to get you where you're trying to go. You have a goal, right? I used this on a friend the other day because she was stuck. And she was trying to go to school. And she couldn't figure out how she was going to go to school because she's working a 9-to-5. And she has a little baby. She just got married. There were obstacles that she was facing. But I showed her what I call the Honeybee Real life planning format. And within like 15 minutes, we were signing her up for school. We had a plan. We wrote it down. We were able to get there. So what I want you to do is take out a piece of paper. You're going to draw 4 quadrants. And across the top of the page, you're going to write out whatever your dream is, where you're trying to go. In one box, you're going to say, these are the things that you need in order to get to your dream. The second box is going to be the obstacles that you're going to face along the way. The third box is going to be the resources that you need to actually help you achieve the thing that you're trying to achieve. And then the fourth thing is going to be the milestones that you need to meet along this journey. Each day, you're going to incorporate these things into your life to help drive you closer to the person that you're trying to become. If you don't have a plan, then you're not going to get there, because the only way you can get from point A to point B is knowing how to navigate through that system. Make a plan, write it down, make it plain, get yourself from point A to point B, and then C through Z is going to be easy because you've already learned how to move the needle one step closer. Don't sit your tail there and not create a plan. Make a plan. You're not going nowhere without a plan. Okay. The fifth thing it girls do, this is one thing. To me, this was the easiest thing. Well, no, I ain't going to say that. I'm lying. This one was the hardest because this one is what brought out that imposter syndrome. It's to show up as her each and every day. Now, when I say show up as her, I mean show up as her. You have your identity in place. You're going to figure out who you are at the core of it all, why you do the things you do, why you love what you love, what you do best so that you can navigate that into your dream. After you know what your dream is, you're going to live in your head each and every day so that you make sure every decision that you make, you're being intentional with yourself, with your time, with your days. As you're being intentional and in your thoughts, you're not comparing yourself to anybody else's journey because someone else's journey is not where you are. You're not starting at the same place. Where you're starting is unique to your journey. Don't compare yourself to anybody else because you are authentically you and you are enough. You stopped trying to be desirable and started to pull out the value that you had to offer. Now you're showing people what you actually have and why you're so unique and why they need you, right? So you moved away from just being a pretty girl to showing that you actually have value and something to show the world and that you've created a space that only you can operate out of. After that, you started to create your plan. You're planning out your dream. You're navigating in this space. You have a roadmap that's actually getting you to the place that you really want to go. And last but not least, now you're showing up every day as this person, delivering this person to the world. Now, this is something I want you to be mindful of, the showing up part. Once you begin to show up as that girl, you may get imposter syndrome. I know I did, but that's okay. That means that you're actually doing something that matters. It's going to be scary, but that's okay because the only people who get imposter syndrome is the people who dare to do the things that they're afraid to do. So lucky you. Clap for yourself, okay? If you can show up as that girl each and every day, all the things that I gave you, but on top of those things, you're put together. Your hair is combed, your nails and your feet are done, you smell good, your skin looks good, your breath doesn't stink. All those things are the aspects of a woman who is showing, or a girl, who is showing up as that girl each and every day. She isn't just pretty. She has a vision, she's focused, and she's driving herself in that direction. I know that you can do it. Look, I want to say congratulations to you already because you showed up and you decided to watch this video so that you can get yourself some tips to help navigate yourself in life to become the person that you really know that you can be. The reason that you got the vision that you got wasn't by mistake. It came to you for a reason. I want to see you execute it. Believe in yourself now. Believe in yourself tomorrow. Show it for yourself today and plan your tomorrow today. You are worthy of everything that you're trying to go after. I want to see you win. I'll see you guys in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye.